Yes,
Okay,
it's okay now.
thank you.
Okay, so we are online. We are on now. All right. Okay, Queen Eta, you can take the floor. But I think people are not. We in the house, we can start. You are welcome, everyone. How are we doing? Queen Eta, how is Brazil this evening?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Pastor Paul. Hello, Sister Debbie, Sister Aisha. Hello, everybody. Everyone who is online right now, those who will still join, we say welcome to all of you. It's another wonderful session with you, with a special guest, our brother, Papa Africa, Mr. Charles Osong. So it's going to be an awesome session, like always. We are good to have you all here, and as always, we are happy to, talk to you about these things. So stay tuned while I pass the floor over to Pastor Paul so he can, throw more light on the topic for today while we wait for our guest to come. You're all welcome.
All right. Yeah, today is not, it's still another beautiful time, and it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be what so many have been looking for, because of the uniqueness, because of the fact that everyone wanted to really get, they really want to get what they have, the next line of action, what is required of them next, how they go about this mega business that is already here hitting us by the face. And this is a better opportunity for us to get all those answers to such a wonderful question that has been going on in the mind of everyone. And as a matter of fact, there is no better person to provide, to give us this answer, response to this question satisfactorily, because this is the man that has the passion and the desire to start this early when it was just an idea. So he is the right person to tell us more about what next to do at this critical time to affect the life of thousands and millions of global citizens. So that is why we have him. Everyone in the house, you are highly welcome. Okay, the moderators, you can take the floor.
Thank you very much, Pastor 360 Degree. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Aisha Ndanusa. Nice having you tonight. Thank you for joining us. Papa Africa, you're welcome, sir. Sister Debbie, please go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. We want to welcome you with open arms. This is an official ONPASSIVE webinar, and we are so delighted and elated to have each and every one of you with us tonight. We have our able brother, Pastor Paul 360, our able brother, King Papa Africa, Brother Charles Osong, as I call him, and our sisters, Sister Queen Aisha Ndanusa, signing in from Lagos, Nigeria, at the bottom to my left, and Queen Sister Opala Eta, signing in from Brazil. This is an outstanding day we have here, and we have so much to share with you. And the topic for today, which is a very unique topic that Brother Paul, I should say Pastor Paul 360 Degree put together, and he put it together for a reason, because we are in this journey for a reason. So anything that he plans, and each and every body that works with him or coordinates with him, is for a specific reason. So what is your view? To those of you watching us that we're streaming live, what is your view about the topic for today, which is, and just in case you didn't have time to review, unleashing the next strategies for global economic excellence through our ONPASSIVE platform. I hope you took note of that. And in the interim, we're going to give you the opportunity to write down your views about it as we continue to discuss. But in the meantime, we want to say welcome to our brother and just give him the opportunity to say a few words before we proceed. Over to you and welcome, Papa Africa.
You are muted, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you, Sister Debbie. Pastor Paul, Aisha, Okpala from Brazil. Wow, that's a place I'd love to visit very soon, you know. But it's a pleasure to be with you all and the founders and also the non-founders all across the globe that are watching this live event. We've got, like Sister Debbie just said, a lot to share with you all, okay? So stay tuned, be attentive, get some water, tea, coffee, whatever it is you need, and try to digest this information because it's going to change your life. How about that? Back to you.
Thank you, Papa Africa. So we really appreciate you. You know, nowadays, within the ONPASSIVE family, a lot of people want to just stay within their comfort zone. And Papa Africa always goes out of his way to accommodate each and everyone because this is home sweet home, right? Thank you. Welcome, Papa Africa. Pastor Paul, I'll pass it back to you so you can officially introduce the topic and we start it from there and you can get our brother to start going, please. Over to you, Pastor Paul, 360 degree. You brought us together, so it's back to you.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Thank you, Queen Aisha, Queen Eta, and then our Lion of Africa. Is beyond Papa now, is Lion. So you are highly welcome tonight. Now, for those of us that are still trying to reflect on the topic, you know, all of us, there are always the next line of action to everything. For the past 5 years, we have been talking on something that we did not see, something that we have not seen any result from. But we have been making impact. We have been getting people to come on board. Now that everybody can wake up and pick up their phone and type the name ONPASSIVE, and then they see the result all over the places. Now we that have been there for 5 years, what is the next thing that is required of us that will make us to be more productive and for this company to achieve this original intent? That is why we are here. The next strategies is the steps, is the approaches, is what the task that is expected of us as the global ambassadors to this company. And there is a person that has been touring all over the to make sure that a lot of people catch this vision. So today, I will appeal that everybody should listen attentively to as he begins to download those strategies to us in the next 30 minutes. As I put my hands together, I welcome our Papa Africa as he takes over the floor. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you, Pastor Paul, once more, and thanks to all of you. Now, I like the topic because it says global excellence, economic excellence, and that's what ONPASSIVE is all about, right? Because we are a new way of doing business. It started from our CEO, and I've always said that ONPASSIVE is the business of the people, for the people, and by the people. Why do I say that? It attracts you and I, the common person, right? Not the rich, not the wealthy. So we went after the people. So we're going to be transferring power to the people. Our CEO's goal, and which has become all of us our goal, because we've been there for what, 5 years, like Pastor Paul said, some 4 years, some 3, 2, doesn't matter, right? But the main goal that we have is to lift up humanity, okay? Is to eradicate poverty. Now that's a tall task, right? But we know we can do it because we're committed and because we are different. At the very minimum, we're not saying it's gonna be quick, it's gonna take time. It's not gonna happen in 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, but believe me, you will see changes, right? And so our CEO himself said, we are the correction to the corruption. Now what's the corruption? The corruption is simple, right? A few people enjoy most of the wealth. But what ONPASSIVE is gonna do is that the majority of the people are gonna start enjoying the wealth. So very few people will be left out. And if you don't want to be left out, just join the revolution. You see? Anybody who is in it is gonna win it. Okay, so that's the correction to the corruption. And therefore, that global economic excellence that we're talking about, where the power goes to the people, because power has a way of following money, right? So once the people get the money, the people get the power, right? The people start or stop receiving little bribes here and there just to go and vote for the wrong person, because they're not gonna need it, right? So they'll vote for who they want, not because somebody's doing them sardines, as we'll call them. Where I come from in Cameroon, we say sardines. They get sardines, right? And they vote for somebody. No, that's not gonna happen anymore. We're gonna make sure all of that changes. Now, some of us, when we saw this vision alongside the CEO, we decided to go on a mission, right? And the mission is to make sure we get everybody into the business. As long as you're willing to listen, right? We want to get you into the business. And the first step was to get founding members. So we did whatever we could do, knocked at people's doors. I know Pastor Paul here did a lot of that, traveling from town to town, knocking at people's doors, to make phone calls. We got people to listen to webinars, listen to the presentation about the opportunity. And like he said, when we first started, there was nothing. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even there in July of 2018 when it started, but I do know from those that were there, right, that people just had to trust, okay? You pay cash, $97, to somebody that you trust, and that person will send a money order to our CEO, Ash, and he will just use a pen and piece of paper or ledger and put it down. See, so that evolved over the years, okay? Until we had this website called Go Founders. And that first website, it wasn't that sophisticated. It was just to get information across the board, to get people to know what we are doing, to get the founders to know what is up, what's next, you know, and then we evolved into all founders. And now we are migrating, or most of us have migrated already, to our ecosystem. So if you are a founder and you haven't yet migrated, you are late. You should run and do so, because we have an ecosystem now, meaning we have products that are coming out. So the ecosystem is just simply all the products of ONPASSIVE that are usable, right? The ones that we're going to be able to use, and then you're going to see the ones that are coming up, okay, in progress or coming soon. So as soon as they are ready, they're going to be placed there for us to use, right? And what are we? We're just a software as a service company. We have all kinds of applications, right? You name it online, you got it. We got it. Okay. So we were talking about it in the early days as founders. People had to trust us. Some said we were fake, but we kept on going because we knew what we had. We knew the person, our CEO, the person we're dealing with. We knew what we're going to accomplish in a few years. Nothing good, of course, comes easy. We got to a point at 2022, June of 2022, right? And we stopped taking founders. And we started focusing on building the application. The engineers doing their job, and we just communicating with one another, you know, looking at strategies and things in the background. And today, we are there. We are ready to unleash. We are ready to go to the market. And like Pastor Paul said, okay, what is next? What strategies can we do? We as founders, those who are there, even those who are just coming in, right? Because we do have people coming in. Okay, and ONPASSIVE, guys, no company that I know has ever come out of the gate as a unicorn, right? What is a unicorn? It's a startup that is valuated at over $1 billion US. That's what we call unicorn, right? The fastest company that I know came out of that, came as a unicorn, was a company called Avant in Chicago, a technology company, and it took them 1 month, 16 days to become a unicorn. Now we in ONPASSIVE, we are breaking that record already because we are coming out of the gate with over 2 million customers. No company on earth has ever done that, okay? So I'm saying we have people that are coming in because when we stopped taking founders, we had about 1.4 million founders. Now we are over 2 million ONPASSIVE, right? Which means we've got over 600,000 potential affiliates, but at least customers at the moment, right? So guess what? We come out, we can spread the word. What is next for all those over 2 million people? Spread the word, right? So what are the strategies to spread the word? Phone call. You can visit universities, you can visit, high schools, you can visit companies, government, and tell them about this unbelievable opportunity. First of all, we have a revolutionary mailing system, mail, okay? Today, the most popular mail is Gmail, is Google Mail, right? Because it was the highest tech-related mailing company on there, online. But guess what? Artificial intelligence is changing the game. So simply invite your friends and family to use mail for free, okay? Zig Ziglar, one of the most popular, may he still rest in peace, one of the most popular motivators. He used to say, okay, you help enough people get what they want, you will eventually get what you want, right? So we have all these people get free mail, free applications, free ONet, which is our social media platform, free O-Trim, which is our trimming platform, or what is trimming, okay? URLs can be very long sometimes. So O-Trim is going to custom trim it for you for free. Of course, there are other trimming applications out there, but only ONPASSIVE Trim, O-Trim, will do a custom URL for free. That is big. So we can help these folks use our free product. We can have them use our O-Connect free for 14 days. And believe me, guys, when you try those features of O-Connect, if you know anybody that uses video conferencing, I do know quite a few. I do know, especially during the days of COVID, when COVID was serious. Even churches use Zoom to hold their meetings, to say prayers, right? So once you get hooked to Zoom, guess what? It makes life easy. And now we have something way better than that. The audio is better, the video, the camera, everything is better. So many other features you can play with. Have them try for free, okay? Give them a phone call. Guys, try this for free. Everything we do, you're gonna have a free trial. Everything we offer. Let them try it. Get your families and friends. Guys, like I said earlier, we are a business of the people, right? Every founder today in ONPASSIVE, your life is set. Not just for you, your family. So now we want to help those that did not make it to set their lives free, because even the affiliates coming today, their lives are going to be changed. You help one affiliate, you will help one person in a family become an affiliate. You just set that family financially free. So think about that. Think about how many families you are able to help just by exposing them to this opportunity. We've gone past the days when people are wondering, oh, wait a minute, do they have products? They don't have products. No, not anymore. The products are there. They can come and check them out for free if they want, right? So simply inviting them to your email, sending them to all Connect meetings, okay? Let them use trim if they want to, because like I said, some business people have long URLs that they need to trim. Go to social media or next. Invitation to our product is the key, guys. Now, once everybody becomes a reseller, because we know sooner or later, the kind of products that we have is going to become a household name. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be an affiliate or a customer, right? One of them. And even as a customer, you're going to enjoy great value with this company, with ONPASSIVE. Because those of us who hold other meetings like video conferencing, we know what we pay. We pay an arm and a leg. So we have value. ONPASSIVE is coming with a price point that everybody can afford, but with better value, with better quality, right? So guys, our mission today, as far as I'm concerned, to support the CEO, eradicate poverty, is to make sure we go rampant. Is to make sure we help. And this is not about you making money. It's about helping others make money. And like I said, when you help them make money, obviously, ultimately, you're going to make more, right? That's just how life works, okay? The more people you help, the more you're going to realize you're getting, okay? It's something that's divine. Nobody started it, God started it. So guys, share. And by the way, I want to insist while I say that, you don't have to share in this company to make money, because AI is going to do the work for us. As a matter of fact, from the get-go, our CEO has always insisted, there's no way you and I can outperform artificial intelligence. It's impossible, okay? You can only do your best. When we encourage people, you share with the people you know, friends and family. That's it. If you just do your key friends and family, because AI may not get to them on time, right? Now remember, with AI, you need internet access, data, as folks call it back in Africa. You need a smart device, you need internet access. So if you don't have that available all the time, AI may not get to you in time. What about the people in the rural areas, right? That maybe internet connection is a problem. We need to be able to reach those folks, right? So let's make it our mission to be able to reach these folks so that they too can benefit from what we have for everybody. It's a beacon of hope for humanity. We all know that today's economy globally is experiencing some hardship, okay? All the way past from COVID-19 and the other war, the Russian war and all those things. There is so much hardship going on. So ONPASSIVE is here to give that hope, to lift up humanity. Okay, guys? That's all I have for you for now. Pastor Paul, I don't know if you have something to add, or Mr. Debbie or whatever. Yeah, you go. Feel free to add anything, okay?
Thank you. I think, our moderators, do you have questions for him?
Pastor Paul, you must be kidding, right? We always have questions for Papa Africa, regardless of whatever the topic is. It does not matter what he has to share with us. We always have questions. We may have one or two questions from each of us, including yourself, but definitely not less than one. But maybe I should pass it over to Sister Aisha to start with her questions, because I saw some questions on the chat. I want to bring it in as well. So I'm going to let Sister Aisha start with the questions, that she has for Papa Africa while I check on the questions that were raised in the chat, and I'll bring it to Papa Africa to answer.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Thank you very much, Papa Africa. I really appreciate you for this outstanding presentation you made to us this evening. It is very interesting, telling us how all the strategies to use in getting a reseller or affiliate to join this amazing company. Thank you very much, sir. I don't really have any question for now. Maybe later I'll think of one. Sister Etta, do you have any question?
Sister Aisha, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Thank you, Papa Africa. Honestly, you just said it all, because there's nothing like giving a very simplified answer to whatever question one throws at us. Actually, it's simple enough. My question is really, I would rather say I'm agreeing in line with what you said, because the company keeps saying it, that it's everything that they do or whatever we need for our marketing strategy or trying to reach out is auto-generated. It's already, the artificial intelligence is there to do the work for us, So basically, anybody just doing something else is deciding to take a step further, So with or without our effort, actually, I believe our ONPASSIVE will reach out to everybody. So I really appreciate your outstanding presentation. It's as simple as it can be, and coming from you, that's all we need. It's like you giving us the vote, like confidence that yes, it's not just hearing it from the board or the body. It is you, the Papa Africa, our real Papa that we know. You are the one that said we are behind you. You brought us in and we are your children. Hearing it from our Father. There is nothing else we need. It's just, you've said it all, really. So except Pastor Paul has a question to ask and all of that, for me, it's as clear as daylight, I really got the point.
Thank you, Sister Paula. You just made me to think of something, right? Actually, yeah. So, and like I said, AI is going to outdo each and every one of us. I don't care how good you are, right? Okay. So far, our AI-driven traffic has not gone to work just yet. Okay. However, from March of last year, we started some campaigns, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, right? And if you've been following, it's been quite a bit of marketing campaign, right? Even though the company did not show everything, they just pick and choose some. Okay. During the World Cup, they just ended World Cup. Okay, we use Bean Spot to advertise, so that thing reached hundreds of thousands of people, okay, millions actually. So, but thousands of people signed up because of that. You understand? From the World Cup. And then we just had you saw the luxury cars, the Mojis company that endorsed ONPASSIVE, and we had it again. So all those campaigns have already generated over 600,000 customers without the AI traffic going to work. And you can imagine what will happen when that beast goes to work. So what we are saying is that don't leave any family member or friend or classmate behind, right? Just let them know. And it's past that stage when they can be hesitant or think, oh, maybe it's a scam. No, how can it be a scam? We are a real company, or real people, or real building, or real product, right? So how can that possibly be a scam? We are not a quick money-making scheme, because some of us have been around for 5 years, and we haven't made a penny just yet, okay? So we're not a quick money-making scheme. And we're gonna go to the world, and it will take time for us to gradually get there. But what we do know, every good thing takes time, okay? And also that saying, the patient dog eats the fattest bone, right? And our elephant is about to give birth, guys, in just a matter of days. Now we can take a step.
All right, Queen Debbie, get your question.
Yes. Thank you, Pastor Paul. I was just looking at what I had for Papa Africa. And before I go to my question, I saw in the chat, we have about 260 something people, and they're asking so many questions. And one of them is, why are we using Zoom to talk to our viewers instead of using OConnect, which is one of our free products for now? So Papa Africa, I'll pass that over to you because I don't want to mess up any words. I'll rather let it come from the horse's mouth. I'm just a follower.
Okay, no problem. First and foremost, I would like to say Zoom is our friend, right? Zoom got us this far. Without Zoom, we wouldn't be here, right? And we are in OConnect, but we are in a trial version of OConnect, right? We're in the free version of OConnect. So OConnect, we're gonna go public very soon, and so many other features will be added. So because of the limitation for the free version, you cannot go more than 2 hours, right? You can only have so many people on the screen and all those different limitations. And we wanna really get as many of you as possible to get this information. We are using Zoom, but trust me, in a matter of days, we won't be using Zoom. Now, there's also another thing. The feature of OConnect that connects to YouTube is available. Not in this trial version, but it is available. Okay? So there are so many different reasons why we are using Zoom now. Okay? But in just a matter of days, once we get the paid version, which is pretty much unlimited in everything, right? We are gonna go to the OConnect. But of course, founder to founders. I just came off an OConnect meeting with some leaders in India, right? So we use OConnect, and it's a beautiful platform. So let's not forget Zoom is still our friend, okay? They helped us get where we are.
Thank you so much, Papa Africa, Brother Charles. Appreciate that. It's good to hear it from you than anyone on the panel. So that being said, your presentation was just exceptionally outstanding in terms of the topic that Pastor Paul picked for you to talk to the viewers today, which is unleashing the strategies for global economic excellence through the ONPASSIVE platform. Now, as recipients, we know that in economics, we have demand and supply. So when something is demanded, the suppliers will supply it based on the demand. I know you talked about that, how many people will be requiring to use the product. But the end result, the person who is supposed to benefit from it is the consumer. So the question I have for you is, how do you see less developed countries, or they call it what, politically correct, the global south, meaning developing countries. How do you see the founders who are in those areas and those who do not have access to what you mentioned earlier? How do you see them being able to contribute to the economy of their respective regions, the respective sectors, as opposed to those who are already in the affluent areas of our universe? How do you see that? And how do you think ONPASSIVE is going to help them to have an equilibrium where everyone is at the same level? Because personally, what I see right now is you have the haves and the have-nots. What can ONPASSIVE do with the vision, which is so just an outstanding vision? What can they do to bring everyone at the same level where there is an equilibrium?
Well, we are already doing it, okay? I say sometimes that ONPASSIVE was really meant for that developing, or those developing countries. That's what it was meant for. Because I say that because it's simple, right? Somebody in an African country, for example, or in a country like Papua New Guinea, in India, where the economy is really, really, low, or the income capital is low. If somebody makes, let's say, $500 US a month in Africa, okay? If a founder has an account and makes that kind of money in Africa, and a founder in the US or in Europe and all these developed countries makes the same kind of money, right? That founder in Africa can do a lot more with that money, a whole lot more. That's why I say that ONPASSIVE is really meant to help those developing countries. Now, if you are in a rural area, a small area, that maybe internet service is a problem, guess what? In every group of 10, 15, 20 people or more, you're going to see leaders. There will be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 leaders. Guess what they need to do? They need to find a way, whether it's in somebody's home, okay, whether it is in some cultural center, okay, get the founders together, get the people affiliates together and show them what to do. That's how we have to contribute. That's why I say help people get what they want, right? Because in the multi-level marketing, which we are not, I mean, sharing with others is the key. And then they have something called belly to belly. But belly to belly just means that word of mouth, you meet people face to face, right? And you explain to them what you have in hand. Now, remember, once you have an account with ONPASSIVE, so you have an account and you're in the ecosystem, you're in the OES, all you have to do when it's time to activate, you go in and activate. Go somewhere, you can even travel to a city to activate and then go back. You follow me? Once you activate, you're done. Your money falls in your wallet, whether you check it daily or not. Okay? And you get those products, you're gonna get the customers from AI, whether you are checking it daily or not. Maybe once a month, maybe once in 2 months. You drive back down to the city where you have internet connection, okay? And pull out your funds. And once you start making the money, you can now get the smartphone if that's what you need. You can now be able to afford data or internet service if that's what you need, right? Before you know it, we are leveling the playing ground, right? We are leveling the playing ground. And I know our CEO with his heart, at some point in the very near future, we're going to try to resolve the internet problem that we have in third world countries, trust me. Do I need to say how? I'm just going to leave it at that.
No, you don't have to say how, but so that takes me to my next. Before I continue, let me pass it over to Sister Aisha and Sister Eta. If you have any questions, please proceed before I bring up mine.
No, I think you should go ahead with your question. You could.
I don't really have. Okay, thank you. How about you, Sister Aisha? The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm asking is because I want to have our viewers, those who are watching us live, we have comments coming in about what we're discussing here. And the viewers are part of us, and we cannot minimize their input, just as you did with us not using OConnect for this session, and we're using Zoom. That was very, very much welcomed. So what I wanted to ask you now is, based on what we see in our respective developing countries, there's so much being talked about politically, which you shared, correction to the corruption. There's so much corruption in our respective places, regardless of where you are. And those corruptions, they are not named, they're nameless, but we know they do exist at different levels. Do we have, that you are aware of as our Papa Africa, do we have anything in place that ONPASSIVE can do to regulate and help those very corrupt governments through the attorneys who are in place in ONPASSIVE to minimize that corruption that currently exists when we go live? I don't know if my question.
No, I got you. I got your question, and I got an answer for your question. Okay.
Thank you.
So, when we say we are correction to the corruption, we're not talking about politics. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about government. We have nothing to do with politics. We have nothing to do with government. We're talking about the corrupt business practices where you have a few people making all the money, okay, and a bunch of the people are struggling financially. Now we're changing that whole status quo, okay? The people are going to make the money. Now, when it comes to the government, well, I'm not into politics. Our CEO is not into politics. ONPASSIVE is not into politics. So what I can tell you is this. Once the people start making money, like I said in my presentation, the people are no longer going to be corrupted to make wrong votes. I saw something going around, like during the Nigerian election, that some people were just passing around and taking some money, a little money to go and make the vote. Chop change, peanuts, right? Now, once the people start making money, all of that is eliminated. That's a big step. That's a huge step, right? Once the people start making the money, their voices will be heard, right? When you see all these rich folks like Bill Gates, you hear them, talking to government with authority. You think it's because they're cute? No, it's because they have money. Money talk, bullshit walk, right? So what I'm saying is, in a way, indirectly, it's gonna help a lot of ways. So we don't deal with governments and we don't have anything in place to take down corrupt governments or anything like that. No, forget about that. Okay.
Appreciate you and thank you so much. That's very educational. I know we all have our individual journeys for one thing or another in life. And I personally say my economic excellence through ONPASSIVE is just being able to use OConnect with a lot of global ambassadors without any glitches. We just sign in there and we sit and talk to one another. But the unknown is what I'm not going to ask you because you may not have the answer. The unknown is, I know you're going to tell me, just enjoy the journey. Because you're smiling, I know you know what I want to talk about. Just enjoy the journey. Yes, we're correcting the corruption for all the business practices that are happening. And yes, I know that we are going to go beyond this, but for now, we don't know. It's just going with the flow. I have people who've asked me offline for a duration. That's what I'm aiming at. Is it towards the end of the year or by next year, 2024, that we can see actual thing? Because we're using OConnect right now. And then the newer versions are coming out. And just tonight, before we signed in here, I see a new OES platform. I see a new one, not just in English, but English and another language. I don't know what language that is. I have to look it up. It might be Hindi or Arabic or whatever. I'll look it up. But it's just amazing. Our signal does not sleep. He's constantly thinking, his brain is working 24/7. So it's like, okay, I have this, I have to perfect. He's a perfectionist, but we're just followers. Do you see in the horizon any way that this is going to start dwindling down to the actual launch of OConnect to the public?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Good question, by the way, even though I'm laughing. Well, what I find interesting, I think why I'm laughing is that what I've noticed throughout this journey is that the people that are worried about time and the people that came much later.
Mhm.
That's the funniest part. They just got here and they are in a hurry. And the other thing I noticed is that it is people who are not engaged because they are not seeing the progress. Okay? Somebody had asked me the other day, because honestly speaking, and I'm saying this in public, since I started ONPASSIVE about 4.5 years ago, I have not done another job or business besides ONPASSIVE. Prior to ONPASSIVE, I retired before ONPASSIVE, 2 years before ONPASSIVE, okay? And I retired because I was doing my investments in cryptocurrency and all different types of things. Okay? I had made enough money. I made some money. I was unfortunate to lose a lot too, but I made enough money to sustain me. Okay? When I saw ONPASSIVE, I was actually teaching IT online, right? Because I just lost a bunch of money and I said, wow, what am I going to do? Let me do something. So I started teaching online, okay? And when I saw ONPASSIVE, I said to myself, I'm a man on a mission, because my late grandfather appeared to me. I said, you got to do this. So I said, if I'm still teaching, it's going to be in the way. So I stopped teaching. And I've been doing it full time, sometimes 16 hours a day, sometimes more.
Wow.
I talk to founders all over the globe. Okay? And I travel with my own money. I spend my own money, because I've heard some people think that, oh, founders pay for. Nope. If there's any founder that pays my ticket or hotel or whatever, come up openly and say it. I spend my own money, thousands upon thousands of dollars, go to different African countries to make sure the news is heard, because my grandfather came to me and said, you've got to do that. So to me, it is divine. Now, when I talk about it, I get emotional, right? So when I see people hurrying, it's because they haven't seen what some of us have seen. They haven't seen the vision. It is a done deal, okay? It's just like, it's funny, I spoke to one of my elementary school, primary school classmates today, like 3 hours ago. But he never went to college. He never went to secondary school. So I could not open an account for him, and I love him so much, right? And because he doesn't even know how to go online. He doesn't know anything. So I said, okay, I'm going to open an account for him. I'm going to manage it for him, but I'll will it to one of his children, right? Later on. So he called me today. I guess things are so hard. And it's like, Charles, what's up with that business? How is it going? And I said, well, we are still waiting. You know, I know it's going to be very soon, but we're still waiting. Guess what he told me? And I was surprised it came from him. He said, Charles, you've been doing this thing for almost 5 years. You just need to wait a little longer. Let me tell you, guess what I said? Let me tell you something. It isn't people that dig gold. They go search for gold. You can be digging, you don't know how deep you're going to dig the thing. Get it, right? You can dig 10 meters, you get exhausted, you dig more, dig 25 meters, and you might feel tempted to give up, but it's only 2 meters left. So don't give up. You're almost there. This is somebody who did not go to college. I was shocked when he said that. Okay? So for me, I've never been in a hurry. Not that I don't need money. I need it more than most people, right? But I'm not in a hurry because I want that when it comes out, it is coming for good. Most of us have done businesses, right? Businesses that already launched, quick money-making scheme, okay? And I tell you what, I've done more than 30 of them, and all of them went out of business. All. So I'd rather have something, by the way, which I haven't spent any money. Of course, I've spent my time, right? Most founders only spend, what, $97? Which has been refunded or is being refunded to us. So at the end of the day, plus $10, plus all the education that you've had, right? So what I tell founders is keep doing what you've been doing. If you're a nurse, keep being a nurse. I know some people don't love their job, just hang in there. It's very, very close. As a matter of days, as a matter of fact, I think it's a matter of days. Our CEO just told us recently that this week is going to be a good week. This month is going to be a good month. Therefore, this year is going to be a very good year for us. What else do you want? We are there, guys. That's what I can say.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, Brother Charles, you are such an inspiration. Without you, we don't know how we can educate our African global ambassadors. So thank you so much. Brother Pastor Paul 360-degree, please say something.
Thank you, Queen Debbie. You have really interact. You have really showed to stand in for us. But some viewers are complaining that they are not seeing the clear face of Papa Africa. But I am promising them that the next time he's appearing, his face will be glittering like gold, because maybe there was no light in his house too, like it used to be for us in Africa. All right, so I promise you next time you are going to see his face more than as shiny as moon, okay? Now, I think one thing I got, one of the biggest thing I got from Papa's presentation is, he said, think of how to make others better and then forget about your own. As you are doing that, your own is already a byproduct. And now we are talking about economic excellence. Let's come back home now. Today, I just went out from my house. The place that I used to use 400 naira to before today is 1,000 plus. The same distance did not change. But because of the changes in the economy, we know whether you are at home or you are outside, you know about the subsidy removal. Now, this is a school and children comes every day from their houses to the same place. Now, where they are spending 100 naira before, they are now spending 500 naira. The job, their parents or their guardians' earnings has not increased. So you can guess what happened. That is why we are talking about economic excellence. Now, ONPASSIVE have come. You are okay. You are going to be fine as a brand or global ambassadors. Will you want those other people to drop out of school because what they have cannot sustain them again? The answer will definitely be no. You have a lot of other people around you. So now that is what we are saying. Can we, because we are fine and we will not be able to share with all of them to take care of them, can we now say we should sit down in our houses and leave artificial intelligence to be doing everything for us? To me, the answer is no. This afternoon, I was sitting in front of the intelligence unit, the head of the intelligence unit of the university, and as I was presenting about what is going on, the need for all the youth, the students and staff to be part of this ONPASSIVE. And the man was so excited at the end of the day that he even said I should enroll him immediately before even going out of the office. So is it because of me? No. But such persons tomorrow will be very happy. And so also a lot of us, all around us, we have so much people like that. We will be thinking, like you said, we just have to think, how do we improve the economy of others around us? That should be our next thing to think of. And when we are thinking like that, then we will not see reason to say that after all, the company say we should not do anything. How many of your neighbors can exploit online to get the online marketing of the artificial intelligence? So thank you very much. We don't want to overstretch our time since our presenter has done the beautiful work. At this point, I don't know if any of our moderators has any vote of thanks before we draw curtain. Then there is no much questions in the chat room that is public, and anyone that is meant for founders will be taken care of and in our various founders group. Thank you very much, Papa Africa, for the beautiful work. So over to you, the moderators, if there is none, vote of thanks, and then we can call it a day.
Oh, wow, Pastor Paul, 360 degree, you just nailed it. I'm not going to paraphrase anything you just said, but just keep smiling, just as Papa Africa keeps smiling. Sister Aisha, do you have something for Papa Africa? And okay, Sister Eta, you have anything for Papa Africa?
Basically, I don't have anything but just to keep saying thank you to him, because it's actually a privilege to call on someone and the person shows up. I know we all have things to do, our busy time, you know, having out a little time from that, it really means a lot. It's actually golden, because the information passed today, you can't buy it, you can't Google it, you can't open his brain and get it out until he gives it to us, you know. So it's really important, and especially coming from him directly, there's something about him passing the information directly to us. So I believe many people have been motivated, their spirit has been also lifted, and you know, ONPASSIVE is all about giving back. So in everything, there is nothing you talk about that is not about giving back, and which you have said, you know, and which Pastor Paul just highlighted now again, that we should forget about ourselves, that everything has been taken care of. We should think about other people. So honestly, Papa Africa, we are always pleased to have you. And we really hope when we call on you again, you keep showing up. Even when our pockets are full, we are heavily loaded, we are happy, our apples and everything has started falling. When we call on you again, you still show up for us and everything. So I just basically want to say thank you to Sister Debbie, Sister Aisha, Pastor Paul. We all left everything we are doing to come here to, you know, give back to the viewers. So I just want to say thank you, to Papa Africa for his time.
Yes, I will be there whenever you call on me, right? That will be the fun part, you know, when everybody's happy, the apples are falling, and you just see everybody smiling all the time. That's what I want to say, right? Okay, and people won't look so tired because they don't have to go to work the next day, or they just didn't come to work, you know, they look fresh. That's what I want to say. And I'm going to leave you guys by saying, like our CEO always says, get ready for the best shape of your life. Because there's something that I cannot share with you all, but I know the average person cannot even get their head wrapped around what this guy is trying to do for us. No matter, even if I explain it now, you still will not get it. So there's no point. Just relax, take it easy, just know it's coming sooner than you think, and it's gonna be big. When I first started, I used to say, well, we're gonna have an internet quake, remember? Well, guess what? Now it's not just internet quake, it's internet quake plus earthquake, because we also have physical products, right? Physical products. Remember what I said? Well, right now, okay, we have gadgets, hardware devices that can handle 8K resolution. The best out there right now is 4K, okay? So our AI, our O Connect already can do 8K, but here's a limitation. When you use that O Connect with a gadget or a device that can only handle 4K, it's gonna do what? It's gonna be backward compatible. It's gonna drop to 4K. You wanna enjoy it? You get our gadget that has 8K plus the 8K O Connect, then you're gonna see a whole different ball game. And that is gonna drive everyone crazy. So get ready for the best shape of your life. It is coming, it is here, right? Matter of days. That's it. Have a good one.
Thank you, Brother Charles. So we are first week of June. Based on what you just said, you'll always be, this is family, home sweet home. You said it in your own words. Can we count on seeing you again anytime soon? Instead of waiting for a year, can we count on seeing you on a monthly basis on this so we can continue this conversation so that when that time comes and our wallets are wide open, you can come back and say, I told you that this was coming and you did not believe it. Here we are. Can we hold you to that?
I know, Sister Debbie, you are so good at that, getting me committed, right? You're trying to get me committed in front of everybody, right? Okay. Okay. Yes, you can count on me, right? You
Thank you.
can count on me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you
All right,
from
guys.
each and every one of us.
Thank
and I'll
you.
pass it back to Pastor Paul to say the final word to our viewers. Pastor Paul, over to you.
Thank you, all our viewers. Over 300 people living all they have,
300 plus.
coming and living
Thank you.
carefully and diligently, and they are wishing that this forum did not end now. But you know, as a matter of fact, since there will always be another day, so we just have to stop here for today and reconvene next week Wednesday. If possible, we bring Papa Africa again. If we want to pity him, we'll leave him till the other week. But that one will be left to us. We are going to discuss that internally among us when we discharge him. Thank you very, very much, all our viewers, and see you next week Wednesday.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Charles.
Thank you.
Stop the
Thank
streaming,
you.
right? Okay.
There's so many people asking for you to, asking so many